Good morning. Standard 4th, subject EVS Part 2, lesson number 11, The Discomfiture of Shaista Khan. Lesson number 11, The Discomfiture of Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan's campaign. In spite of repeated efforts in which he left no stone unturned, Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Every Sardar of Bijapur who was sent against Shivaji was defeated. Adil Shah at last gave up the fight, made peace with Shivaji, and gave recognition to his independent kingdom. Shivaji thus had peace for some time on his southern border. In the meanwhile, constant Mughal attack from the north had practically ruined Maharashtra. Shivaji therefore turned his attention northwards and carried out raids in the territory of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. This enraged Aurangzeb and he sent Shaista Khan, his uncle, to deal with Shivaji and teach him a lesson. Shaista Khan, with a huge army of 75,000 men and hundreds of elephant, camels, and pieces of cannon march on Pune. On the way, he captured the towns of Shirwal, Shivapur, Saswad, and finally laid siege to the fort of Purandar. Nothing could stop him at once, but once the Maratha army surrounded him in a mountain pass. The Maratha troops moved very fast on their swift Bhimthadi ponies. They also traveled very light. They could traverse the hills and the valleys in the shortest possible time on army rations consisting on onions and bajra bread. This type of warfare perfected by the Marathas was unknown to Shaista Khan. Tried to the continuous harassment by the Maratha troops, he at last raised the siege of Purandar. After several unsuccessful attempts to defeat Shivaji, Adil Shah gave up the fight and made peace with Shivaji. Adil Shah gave recognition to Shivaji's independent kingdom. Thereby, Shivaji had peace in the south. In relation for the Mughal attacks, Shivaji carried out raids in the territory of the Mughal emperor. Aurangzeb got very angry with Shivaji because Shivaji carried out raids in the territory of the Mughal emperor. Aurangzeb wanted to teach a lesson to Shivaji, so he sent his uncle Shaista Khan to deal with Shivaji. Aurangzeb selected Shaista Khan to lead the campaign against Shivaji because Shaista Khan was Aurangzeb's uncle. Shaista Khan, with a huge army of 75,000 men and hundreds of elephants, camel, and pieces of cannon, marched on Pune. On the way, he captured the towns of Shirwal, Shivapur, and Saswad, finally laid siege to the fort of Purandar. The Maratha troops moved very fast on their swift Bhimthadi ponies. Firangoji Narsale, Shaista Khan then continued his march on Pune. First, he captured the fort of Chakan. Firangoji Narsale fought to defend the fort with a great bravery and skill against the army of Shaista Khan. For 2 months, he kept Shaista Khan at bay, but he was helpless against the guns of Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan was much impressed with the way Firangoji defended the fort and offered him service with the Mughal emperor. Firangoji, however, refused this tempting offer. Firangoji Narsali defended the Chakan fort with the great bravery and skill. For 2 months against the army of Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan was impressed by the bravery and skill of Firangaji and offered him service with the Mughal emperor. But Firangaji refused this tempting offer. Shaista Khan in Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan came to Pune and made Lal Mahal, Shivaji's residence, his headquarters. 1 year passed, then another year, Shaista Khan would not leave Pune. On the country at his troops would raid Shivaji's territory, destroy crops, and take away the cattle. In this way, he started devastating the surrounding country outside. A bold plan. At last, Shivaji decided to teach Shaista Khan a lesson. In a way, it was good that Shaista Khan was staying in Lal Mahal. Shivaji knew the place inside out, with all its entrance and exit, its secret passes, doors, and windows. Besides, Shivaji's spies were keeping him well informed about the disposition of the Khan's troops. Shivaji therefore decided to enter Lal Mahal one night and kill Shaista Khan. This was indeed a very bold plan. Lal Mahal was so well guarded that even an ant would find it difficult to the get through. 75,000 troops were campaigning outside the palace. No armed Maratha was allowed to enter the town, but Shivaji had made up his mind, and there was none who could turn him away from his resolves. Shivaji fixed the date to carry out the plan. On the night of 5th April 1663, a marriage procession was passing along the street of Pune. There was music and firework accompanying the procession. Hundreds of people dressed in fine clothes were in the procession. Some were in palanquins, others in means, while many more were on foot. Shivaji, with his band of trusted followers, joined the procession to give the impression that they were a part of it. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way, but Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan was fast asleep at this hour. Shivaji decided to teach Shaista Khan a lesson. Shivaji knew the place inside out with all its entrance and exits, its secret passage, doors and windows. For Shivaji decided to enter Lal Mahal one night and kill Shaista Khan. Lal Mahal was so well guarded that even an ant would find it difficult to get through. Shivaji fixed the date to carry out the plan. On the night of 5th April 1663, a marriage procession was passing along the street of Pune. Shivaji and his trusted followers joined the procession to give the impression that they were a part of it. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way, but Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan was fast asleep when Shivaji entered the Lal Mahal. Shaista Khan learns a lesson. Shivaji made a hole in a wall and entered Lal Mahal. He had no trouble in finding this way about because it was, after all, his own house. The Khan's bodyguards were half asleep. Shivaji's followers tied them up. Shivaji went deeper inside. Suddenly, someone rushed at him with a sword. Shivaji killed him. He thought it was Shaista Khan, but it was his son. There was a commotion. People woke up. Shivaji went straight to the Khan's chambers and took out his swords. Terrified, the Khan started shouting, the devil, and tried to escape through the windows. Shivaji struck him with a sword, with which cut off 3 fingers of Khan's. The Khan could live lost his life, but he escaped with the loss of three fingers only. The Khan jumped out of the window and made up safety. To deceive the Khan's troops, Shivaji and his men raised the cry, Shivaji has attacked, run, catch him, and started to run themselves. The Khan's troops also started running in all directions. In the confusion that followed, Shivaji and his men made their escape and reached Sinhagad. The Khan's troops spent the whole night looking in vain for Shivaji and his troops. This incident took the fight out of the Shaista Khan. He was afraid that if he lost only his fingers in the first attack, Shivaji might cut his head off in the second. Aurangzeb was furious when he heard of this episode. Shaista Khan lost the emperor's favor and was transferred to Bengal. This was the first serious blow to the Mughal power. Shivaji had successfully bearded the lions in his own den. Gunfire announced the victory, and a wave of joy went all over Maharashtra. After entering Lal Mahal, Shivaji went to Shaista Khan's chambers and took out his swords. Terrified, Khan started shouting, the devil, to save his life. Shaista Khan tried to escape through the window. But Shivaji cut off his three fingers with his sword. Shaista Khan was afraid that if in Shivaji's first attack he had lost his three fingers, in his second attack he might even lose his life. When Aurangzeb heard this, he was very angry and he transferred Shaista Khan to Bengal. Gunfire announced to the victory and a wave of joy went all over Maharashtra.